Hi, it's Richard Barrett for Guitarist here, and I've got two of the new Yamaha Revstar series for you, or I should say the latest iteration of the Yamaha Revstar series. I'm holding the RSS 20, which has a slightly larger body than the old Revstar, and it is chambered mahogany with a thin maple cap, which doesn't make it a lightweight guitar, but it does give it a slight acoustic resonance that I believe translates into the plugged-in sound. Have a listen. That's just no amplifier with the volume zeroed. So let's be organised about this and start at the top. We have Yamaha's own brand of Klusen style tuners, which are obviously of a high quality. We have a three-piece mahogany neck with graphite inserts for extra stability. That's a glued-in neck as well, and you've got that compensated heel to allow you to reach the high frets. Rosewood fretboard with a 12-inch radius and 22 jumbo stainless steel frets. Moving down to the body, we have two of Yamaha's own VH5 pickups. These are humbucking, but they're vintage output, so these are around about the 8.5K mark. Slightly hotter bridge than the neck, as is usually the practice. The strings go down over this tunematic bridge and then into a stud tailpiece, which, like most of these, is adjustable. And as you can see, this has been raised up to a sweet spot where the break angle over the bridge, pun intended, is suitable and not too tight. We need to move on to the electrics in slightly more detail now, and I'll play some little sound bites to demonstrate in a minute. But we have a 5-way selector, a familiar concept to us. Now, calling the bridge position 1, we have the full-on humbucker in the middle position, position 3, both humbuckers full-on, and in position 5, the neck full-on. Where the magic happens is in positions 4 and 2, where capacitors are brought into the circuit very much in the way a 6-position veritone would have done on a Gibson 345 or 355. They'll choke away some of the low end and give you a usable and versatile selection of sounds. A lot of the time when you mix humbuckers, things can get really boomy really quickly. So let's have a listen. That's position 1, bridge humbucker, master volume and master tone on 10, going straight into the studio's Vox AC15. Now, shifting to position 2, we have the bridge pickup on its full power still, but combining the neck pickup with a capacitor choking off some of the low end gives us a slightly phased sounding tone. Position 3, both humbuckers full power. Position 4, neck pickup on full power with the humbucker with some low end choked off. That's particularly phasey, that one, if that's a correct word to use for this type of sound. And then last of all, the neck humbucker. So you've got a range of classic tones and some more funky, thinned out tones. Right, we have a couple more features hidden in here. First of all, I'll talk about the treble bleed, which I always think is a great thing for a guitar to have. If I just flip on my super overdrive and just hit an E chord again, it means I can trim back the volume to get some of those elusive in-between sounds without losing a load of top end. Right, now the other hidden feature here, there's a pull tone control. Normally that would mean some kind of coil split, but in this case it activates a transformer inside the guitar, giving a passive boost. So that means a boost with no battery needed. I'll demonstrate. And off again. and on again. So there is a slight boost in output, a slight boost in low end, and a slight attenuation of the high end, and that works across all of the selections. So that's the RSS-20. Now let's have a look at the RSS-02T. Broadly speaking, it's the same construction as the other guitar. This one happens to be slightly lighter, it's just a shade under £8. We've got the same tuners, the same neck construction, same heel, same 22 jumbo stainless steel frets. But what we do have that's different here is a pair of Yamaha's own VP5. As you can see, they're based on the classic P90 style of pickup. Same Tunematic style bridge, though the difference here is rather than a stop tail piece, we have this trapeze style. 4 bolts fix it to the body and they're adjustable. And in the same way that you can change the response, tone and sustain of a guitar by raising or lowering the tailpiece, you can do that with this, which is something to play with really and just see what your preference is. We have essentially the same electrics as the other guitar. So pickup selections 1, 3 and 5 are the full powered bridge, both and neck. Positions 2 and 4, there are capacitors which choke away some of the low end and give you that slightly more funky, phasey, varitone type sound. So maybe we should just get straight in and have a listen to that. The bridge P90. Then moving into position 2, we keep that P90 in at full power, but add the neck P90 in with a slightly attenuated low end. Then both pickups on full power. Then in position 4, effectively the reverse of position 2. This time we have the full-on neck and a slightly attenuated low end from the bridge. And then in position 5, the full-on neck P90. We have the same master volume, master tone layout with the same treble bleed happening on the volume control. I'll just demonstrate that again. It's helpful if I kick on the super overdrive just to show how the tone stays the same as the guitar is rolled back. So we get to keep the high end with the guitar turned down. Now, again, we have the pull switch on the tone control, which I don't believe I mentioned before, is called the focus control. It activates the transformer inside the guitar that gives a passive boost, enhanced low end, and a slightly attenuated treble. So let's have a listen without. And with. Let's just check that out with a little bit of drive as well, because it really does make a difference. And with. In the room here, I'm really hearing that low end coming out, and there's a bit more power as well. And again, that works across all 5 selections on the pickup selector.